Tim Legler's media run has been incredible, from an undrafted NBA free agent to a 10-year career in the league to now a quarter century at ESPN, where he's respected but a little forgotten. Now, though, he's on the NBA Finals, joining Mike Breen and Richard Jefferson. And Tim, now you really made it. You're on the main event. Really appreciate you giving us the time, and congrats on the big promotion.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. Appreciate that a lot. And yeah, it's obviously very excited going into the season. Really excited to be paired with Mike and Richard, and excited about our potential and what we can do. It has been an interesting journey to get to this point, without question.
When you hear the news officially, what was that moment like for you? How did that go down?
Yeah, it was incredible getting that phone call. And, for me and my wife, we've been married almost 18 years. So she and I got married. I was at ESPN, I guess 6-7 years at that point. I'm about to start my 25th season. So she's been with me on this entire ride. And so for her to be there with me when we got the call was pretty cool. We were just by ourselves with our son on the beach, actually, in New Jersey, and call came in. And I think just kind of what went through me was just, I think the reward of the work I've put in, and to feel in so many ways, so grateful, first of all, that I'm going to get the opportunity, but also just, I guess, validated, for the amount of work that I put into this, the preparation that I've put into it. I never lowered my standard over the years, even if I got frustrated at times. I never got frustrated with anything that was going on in terms of my work ethic and preparation. Everything stayed the same because I had a lot of pride in what I was doing. And it just felt like getting that call was sort of the culmination of all of that, and the ups and downs over the course of all these years at ESPN. It was like the culmination of everything I've put into it, and just incredibly, obviously gratifying, rewarding, and exciting more than anything else. Just excited about the opportunity, and excited about the opportunity to work with Mike and Richard, man. I can't wait to get going.
Yeah, we're going to get more into it. We're presented by WSC Sports. If you want to make your life easier, use digital asset management, a library. You got a Tim Legler highlight and I looked it up. I thought maybe you played for the Bullets.
I was 2 years as a Bullet.
Oh, you were 2 years as a Bullet.
I was there for the name change. In fact, it's kind of crazy because I remember when all that was happening, we moved from, we were at US Air Arena, which is out in Landover, Maryland. And then we went downtown. At that time, it was called the MCI Center. And I remember making that change, and what a difference it was. The fan base was totally different. It was a lot more corporate when we went downtown, everything else. So I was there as a Bullet for 2 years. And that was my first team that I loved as a kid, was the Washington Bullets, because I grew up in that area. And so now I was playing for the Bullets, which was kind of like a dream come true in a lot of ways. And then I was a Wizard, I was a Wizard for 2 years before I spent my last year in Golden State. But yeah, so I was there for the transition.
All right, so you have a Bullet highlight. You need to call it up. Use WSC Digital Asset Management. You need a Legler 3 from his Bullets days. Now he's out at the Wizard. They didn't have it back then, of course, but it takes minutes. They use AI. They've been doing it for a decade. WSC-sports.com. Mark Shapiro, October 28th. Is my guest for Off the Record with Andrew Marchand, presented by WSC Sports. You can sign up at show notes, and we'll try to accommodate as many people as we can. Who makes the call to you when you're on the beach? Who calls you?
I got the call from Tim Corrigan. This is where I got the information from. So, and look, I was just kind of going about my normal business like I was every year, just kind of paying attention to the league and keeping up with who went where, and coaching changes, player changes, rookies, injuries, my daily stuff, just preparing for the season, not knowing how any of it was going to ultimately play out. And, that there was conversations going on up there with what they were going to do with that particular broadcast team. And so, you're hoping that your name is in the mix, but I'd come to the point after all these years of being there, Andrew, that it's almost like you're preparing yourself for, if you don't get that call or if you don't get that news, how your season's going to go. So I was just ready to go either way when that phone call came in, and I looked down, I saw, Tim was calling me, and you're kind of wondering, okay, what's this going to be? This particular conversation. So ended up being obviously very good news for me and my family. We were very happy.
Had to be an amazing feeling. To listen to the rest of the podcast, andrewmarchand.com. Upgrade. You get all the podcasts. We did one with Tim Corrigan a few months ago before the NBA Finals, and I've had a lot of your cohorts and anybody from the field, andrewmarchand.com.